Aquarius. Let's see the jealousness on you. Some people are jealous of your relationship. Those of you in a relationship, those of you not even in a relationship, you like every time you get in a relationship, it looks picture perfect. And I think when you guys separate, or anytime you separate from somebody, nobody really ever knows why. Um, you guys don't go to social media and bash each other. It's very low key. A lot of people are kind of jealous of the partner that you have. Maybe you have a very forgiving partner. Maybe you have a partner who is always there for you anytime you call them, at any time, no matter what, whether they're mad at you or not, they're always going to show up for you. What I'm also getting is there was a couple here in your younger years that you really looked up to and you admire. When you first heard about what marriage was as a child and everything, you I'm getting like you've seen two different types of households. There was a household where it was very loving. It seemed like it was picture perfect. Perfect, like if you could read a like the notebook, right? Um I mean, it wasn't perfect. She had Alzheimer's and everything and lost the memory and whatnot. But what I'm trying to say is that they stuck together, and it was a they passed away together. And there's a couple here that really influences your relationships. And for some of you, you have seen a couple that was very toxic. It was a very toxic marriage. It wasn't a healthy marriage. And so you also carry those traits into your relationships. So what I think the jealousy is when it comes to you, not necessarily jealousy, I get more shit talking, is that a lot of people blame your family, blame your parents, blame where you come from, blame how you were raised, why you act the way you act and why you are the way you are. And I'm not saying it's necessarily a bad thing, but the your partners that deal with you, they tend to think of it as a bad thing, because I'm just getting, maybe you grew up in a very toxic home, so maybe you're very toxic. Maybe you grew up a lot around men, so you don't really treat women right, or you grew up a lot of women, so you do treat women right, and you have like this guard against men. I don't know. I don't know. Some people could be jealous because maybe this is very specific, but maybe you were the sibling, you came from a broken home and you were the sibling that ended up getting adopted by a good family or taken in by a good family. Um, you turned out to be, out of like all your siblings, I get like your siblings are jealous because you're like the more successful one out of all your siblings. You're the pretty one. You're the handsome one. You stand out amongst the rest of your siblings. So I'm getting like jealous siblings. I'm getting people are jealous that you overcame your past. Like maybe you were on drugs and you overcame that, got a degree, overcame that, got a nice job. Now you're living somewhere nice, you're living tropical, you're traveling, you're having kids. I'm getting like a lot of people are jealous because you have a lot of kids, and there's people that you may know that can't have kids. I'm getting people are jealous that the fact that you're able to have all these kids, and maybe you are like, I don't want to come for you, Aquarius, but this is what I'm getting. Like maybe you aren't the most stable parent, but yet you still have custody of your children. And there's people here that made one mistake and got their kids taken away. So I'm getting like a lot of like personal beef that like they just feel like it's unfair. People just feel like their life is unfair, and they don't think you deserve it because they feel like they deserve it. I don't know. Tell me more about this. I'm getting like maybe your close like friends are jealous of the fact that you could catch on to red flags. You could tell when someone's bullshitting. And I don't know necessarily why they would be jealous. I'm getting like they would be jealous of that because they wish they had that characteristic of seeing straight through people. I'm getting to like you guys call things before it happens. People are jealous because like you can see it before it happens. Like, and you're most of the time you're right. Like I'm getting people are jealous at the fact that you're right. They're hating at the fact that you're always right. You end up always being right with when it comes to an outcome. When it come, I just had like a twitch in my eye. When it like you ever seen That's So Raven and like it goes to the eye, like was that confirmation? But I'm getting like you can like see, okay, you're leaving the club and you see these two people altercating and you're like, oh yeah, they're about to pull a gun, let's get out of here right away. And your boys are like, no, they ain't about to pull no gun, they about to double, let's watch it. Next thing you know, they pull out a gun. It's just like you call the obvious, but yet people just think of it as like you're a know-it-all. People are jealous at the fact that you could treat people any type of way and they would still fall at your feet. What the hell? People are jealous at the fact that you are winning. You are always winning. There's no competition when it comes to you. I'm getting like, you're in high school, right? And there's a new fine guy, and you're like, yep, that's mine. I'm getting him, and all the girls want him. You end up getting him. Like, you say you want it, you get it. I'm getting to, it's like you guys they're jealous of the fact that like you can stand tall alone. Like you're very self-sufficient. You could do this by yourself. You could make it on this, like you could make it in this world alone. They're jealous how motivated you are because they wish they could be as motivated as you. They wish they could keep pushing and fighting daily. I'm getting people are jealous that like some of you guys like have easy pregnancies and you don't gain that much weight and you snap back. People are jealous of that. People are jealous of your long hair. I'm getting like your structure, like you may have like a sharp jawline. People are jealous how other people are intimidated by you. Like they wish people would see them as like fearful. Like I'm getting like, you don't want to mess with Aquarius. You don't want to mess with them. Some of you guys have curly hair and a lot of people are jealous of that. I'm getting like for my men that are like smaller, a lot of men that are taller than you get jealous of you because even though like you guys are completely different, your competition, they would never even think like a girl would go for you rather than them because they have height or because they have hair or because of something like, I'm not sure. People are jealous how you could just up and leave and move whenever you want. You were in control of your life, Aquarius. People are jealous how attached your lovers get. Some people are freaking jealous that, like, for some reason, you guys are very unique and you guys live a different world based off of not what society wants and not like stereotypes and everything. Like, you live life how you want to live it. And when people enter your world, they compromise their morals and their beliefs to go along with what you want. So if you want an open relationship, you meet somebody who was like, I'm never doing an open relationship, and all of a sudden they do an open relationship. So that's what I have for you.